She said it loud enough for the entire floor to hear. "If you take one more step, I swear to God, I will fire you." The office went dead silent. Keyboards stopped clicking. Phones stopped ringing. Even the hum of the air conditioner felt louder than it should have. 30 people froze in place. And every single one of them was watching me. I should have stopped. I should have apologized. I should have backed away like any sane employee trying to keep his job. Instead, I stepped forward. And before my brain could talk my body out of it, I kissed her. Right there. In front of everyone. And the moment my lips touched hers, I knew two things for certain. 1, my career was over. 2, this was never just about work. But to understand how it got to that moment, you have to know what kind of woman my boss really was. And what she'd been hiding. My name's Ethan. I was 29, overworked, underpaid, and painfully invisible. I worked at a mid-sized consulting firm downtown, the kind with glass walls, motivational posters, and fake smiles that disappear the second you turn your back. And at the top of that glass tower was her. Claire Morrison. CEO. Brilliant. Untouchable. She walked like she owned the air around her. Sharp suits. Ice-cold expression. A reputation for firing people without blinking. People didn't talk to Claire. They survived her. She didn't yell often. She didn't need to. One raised eyebrow from her could shut down a room. And yet, somehow, she noticed me. It started small. Too small to matter. She remembered my name. Asked for my report specifically. Corrected my work personally, never harsh, just precise. Then came the late nights. "Ethan, stay back," she'd say, already shrugging out of her blazer. "We need to fix this projection." It was always just us. The city lights glowing through the windows. Coffee going cold on the desk. Sometimes, she'd pause mid-sentence, staring at the screen like she'd forgotten why we were there. Sometimes, I'd catch her watching me. Not cold. Not calculating. Conflicted. That should have been my warning. Because tension doesn't disappear when ignored. It grows teeth. The rumors started before I even noticed the looks. "She's grooming him. He's sleeping his way up. Watch your back, man." I laughed it off. Until the morning HR called me in. A complaint had been filed. Anonymous. Inappropriate behavior. Unprofessional closeness. Conflict of interest. Claire called me into her office immediately after. She was standing when I walked in. Not sitting behind her desk. Standing. That alone told me everything. "This ends now," she said, voice tight. "Whatever this is." I swallowed. "I don't know what you mean." Her jaw clenched. "You're not stupid, Ethan." She took a step toward me. Then stopped. Like crossing an invisible line scared her. "You need to keep your distance," she said. "For both our sakes." That's when I realized something terrifying. She wasn't angry. She was scared. Scared of what she might do if I stayed. Scared of what she already felt. And that's when my phone buzzed. Another HR email. Another complaint. This one not anonymous. Someone wanted blood. Claire looked at the screen. Then at me. Her voice cracked for the first time I'd ever heard. "If you take one more step," she said, louder now, eyes burning, "I will fire you." The office had gone silent behind me. Everyone watching. Waiting. And that's when I understood. This wasn't about professionalism. Or rumors. Or policy. This was about a line she'd been fighting herself not to cross. So I made the choice for both of us. I stepped forward. And kissed her. And the sound that followed wasn't gasps. The kiss lasted less than 2 seconds. But in that time, the entire building changed. Her lips were frozen at first, shock, pure and sharp, then everything unraveled. I felt her inhale against me, a quiet, broken breath she didn't mean for anyone to notice. Someone behind me whispered, "Oh my God." Another chair scraped the floor. I pulled back before she could react, before instinct could override consequences. Claire's eyes were wide. Not angry. Not triumphant. Terrified. She stepped back like I'd burned her. "Get out," she said. Her voice wasn't loud, but it sliced through the room cleaner than any shout. "Everyone. Out. Now." No one argued. People fled like the building was on fire. The glass walls that once made her office feel powerful now felt like a fishbowl slowly emptying. When the door shut, silence crashed down on us. I waited for it. The slap. The scream. Security. Instead, she laughed. Once. Short. Broken. "You're insane," she said, running a hand through her hair. "Do you have any idea what you just did?" "I do," I said quietly. "That's why I did it." She turned away, staring out at the city. Her shoulders were tight, like she was holding herself together with wire. "I told you to stay away," she said. "I gave you every warning." "You also watched me every time you thought I wasn't looking," I replied. "You stayed late when you didn't have to. You fought complaints that could have buried me." She spun around. "This is my fault," she snapped. "I let this get out of control." "No," I said. "You felt something. That's not a crime." Her laugh came again, sharper this time. "In my position? It absolutely is." She walked past me, opened her desk drawer, and pulled out a folder. HR. She tossed it onto the desk between us. 3 formal complaints, she said. 2 from senior managers who want my job. 1 from someone who thinks you're sleeping with me for promotions. I never asked for. "I know," she cut in. "That's the problem. You didn't play the game." She leaned against the desk, suddenly exhausted. "You want to know the truth, Ethan?" she said. "I noticed you because you weren't trying to impress me. You did the work. You stayed late without being asked. You treated me like a human being instead of a title." Her voice dropped. And that scared me more than anything. My phone buzzed. HR. Again. Claire saw the screen and closed her eyes. "They're going to force my hand," she said. "I can't protect you anymore." I took a step closer, not to touch her this time, just to be heard. "So fire me," I said. "If that's what it takes to stop this circus." Her eyes snapped open. "You think this is about you?" she said. "If I fire you now, it looks like an admission. Like the rumors were true." She exhaled, shaky. "And if I don't, they'll escalate." We stood there, trapped by glass walls and corporate policy. Then she said something I never expected. "There's another option." I waited. She straightened, CEO mask sliding back into place. "You're transferring," she said. "Different department. Different floor. No contact." My chest tightened. "And you?" I asked. She didn't answer right away. "I survive," she said finally. "Like I always do." The words hurt more than being fired would've. I nodded slowly. "When?" "Immediately," she said. "Pack your things. I'll announce it as a restructuring move." I turned toward the door. Then stopped. "Claire," I said.